Hello, my name is Julie and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 72. So I do have a few things to share with you all, so I thought that I would get on here and make a video. As you can tell, I am in the Christmas spirit, so there will be a few Christmas items that I'm going to share with you. Also, these are my pajamas, and that is completely okay. I figured I would take a page out of Rebecca's book over at Yarn and Pajamas and, wear my pajamas too. Why not be cozy and comfortable and surrounded by Christmas? So, the first thing that I'm going to show you all that I finished is actually not Christmas related. It is a fall gnome, but I did not have this finished in my last podcast, so I wanted to share with you what it looks like and how it turned out. And I love him so much. I think he is so adorable. So this is actually a free pattern. It is called the Autumn Gnome by windingroadcrochet.com. I used a 3mm hook on all of this. I used Hayfield Bonus DK in the color taupe, which is the screen color. And honestly, I know I've said this before, but when I think of taupe, I always think of brown. So, evidently my colors are wrong, because every time I get something like yarn that's taupe, it always looks green. So, who knows? Maybe I'm just wrong. But anyway, I used the Brava Sport in Almond for the hat, Shepier's Katona in Shell for the skin tone there for the nose and the hands. I used I Love This Yarn Sport in yellow, red, and brown. And I used the color Pumpkin from Drop Saffron for the pumpkin there. And I think that's all of the colors that I used. I may have forgot some. So as you can tell from the names that I listed off there, I did mix DK weight and sport weight with within this pattern. And honestly, it really wasn't that huge of a difference. I did have a little bit of trouble with this hat. I did have to adjust it, but I figured that I would, because the body was done in a DK weight and then the hat is in a sport weight. So the hat was coming out a little bit smaller for this size of body. So I did have to add some more rows to that brim to, make it fit this gnome body. I did follow the Winding Road pattern completely, except I did use the nose and the hands from the Pampino or Pam Gnomes on Etsy. I really like the way that her nose and her hands looks. And I also used this detail, which is called the Simple Stitch, to go around, which is just a slip stitch chain 1 in every stitch around to give it that little extra detail around the bottom. But all of the rest of the pattern was completely her pattern. On the pumpkin though, I did do my own thing for the stem, and she had a leaf and I did this little curly Q instead, and I really like how that looks. I think it's so cute. I used the felting wool from Hobby Lobby for the gnome's beard, and I love this. And I was thinking that whenever I made this, I knew that I was going to like how that he turned out, but I didn't realize how in love with him I was going to be. And I really do love him so much. Like, he is one of my favorite, fall gnomes that I've made. And I'm really happy that I finished him. So thank you again, Kathleen, for sharing this pattern with me, because I am in love with how he turned out. Now, I did, I think I added some more leaves than what she had. I'm not really for sure. I forgot. It's been a little while since I made him, but I wanted to make sure that the green and the red wasn't together. But I really like how that, because in fall, some of the leaves are still green while the others are changing colors. So I think that worked out fine. And I did hot glue everything on. And I think that my hot glue skills are getting a little bit better, because it doesn't look as messy as the last time I showed you a gnome that I hot glued. But yeah, this is my little autumn gnome, and I really love him. I think he is adorable. So now, I told you all before in my last video that I wanted to start making things for Christmas. And I haven't like crocheted a whole ton, but I have started digging into some Christmas patterns, things that I wanted to make last year that I didn't do this year, things that I just wanted to make as well. So I bought this book, Amigurumi Christmas by Sarah Jane Hicks, last year, and I think that I bought it either, I can't remember if I bought it right after Christmas or if it was before Christmas. I'm not sure, but I had never made anything from this, and I thought I'm going to make something from this book because it does have a lot of cute patterns in it. I don't know if there's a picture of all of them together, but this book is in UK terms, so that is something to be aware of. But for the most part in amigurumi, they mostly use single crochet. So the only thing that you really need to know when looking at a UK termed pattern is that their double crochet is our single crochet. And then, you know, once you get that in your head, it's pretty simple. But here are the patterns that are in it. I think that there are some really cute and simple patterns in here, and they work up pretty fast, pretty quickly. I made the snowman out of this book, which is this one right here. There's two different versions, as you can tell. One of them has, I don't know, what is that, a headband, ear warmers on, and the other one has a little hat, and I did the one with the hat. Now, when I typically do a snowman, I love to give them top hats. Like, that's my favorite look of a snowman. Even like if I buy something that's snowman related, I just love the look of a snowman in a top hat. But I thought that I would do it like the pattern and give him a little you know, winter themed hat. So I was gifted some yarn last year, and if you've been with my channel for a while, you will know what yarn that I'm talking about because I used it a lot. I used it in this blanket right here behind me, and it was the Red Heart Holiday that Edna had gifted me, and I'm still using that because I still have some left, and I have a bag, like a tote bag that has all Christmassy yarns in it. It's got all the like the sparkly yarns, or like yarns that I feel like are geared more toward Christmas that I really typically wouldn't use any other time of the year. And that yarn was in it, and I thought I'm going to pull that out and I'm just going to make a bunch of projects using this yarn, and so that's what I did. So here is my little snowman from that book, and I just love him. Now this yarn is a little bit difficult to work with when using it for amigurumi. Now, like I said, I did use it on that blanket last year and it wasn't that bad, but where you're trying to you know, pull the stitches real tight, you know, it is a little rough with the glitter. You can feel the glitter, but oh man, it is so beautiful. And I'm telling you what, I would work with a beautiful yarn any day of the week to get that effect, because they just don't make yarn like this anymore. I'm pretty sure this yarn is discontinued. I'm not sure when that it came out, but just look at the sparkle in that. It's just gorgeous. I love it so much. But the yarn is pretty much called its colors. So the white one is Aran Gold. The green is called Green Silver. And then the red is Red Silver. And so what I did is let's see, I used a 3.75 millimeter hook on this, and I probably should have went down because this yarn is a little bit thinner than most 4-weights that I use. It's just a little bit thinner. It's not a 3-weight. It's definitely a 4. It's just a thin 4. But in the pattern, the head and the body is separate, and whenever I have a pattern like that, I always make the head and the body one piece. So that is what I did because it makes it easier, I think. The hat pattern in this book, I did not like the way that it was made. There's nothing wrong with it. I felt like I felt like that I could get the same effect just doing it in the round, and I'm pretty sure this was like a flat piece that they did. So I just created my own hat, and pretty much what I did is I followed the head pattern, and I just kept trying it on to make sure that it was fitting, and you know, gave it that front what is it, front double crochet, front post double crochet, and then double crochet all the way around to make the brim there. And then I took the red and the green and held it together and made a pom-pom. And then I also held it together and crocheted the scarf. I also did my own scarf. They do not hold the yarn together. And then I just added buttons because in the book they crochet the buttons, and I like the look of using like actual real buttons. So actually these two buttons are not the same, but they are close enough that I feel like it doesn't matter. I did give him a little smile. I can't remember. I'm going to have to open this back up to see what he looked like. I made this last week or at the beginning of last week. I can't remember now, but it's been a little while. So this is what theirs looks like, and this is what mine looks like. They did give it a little smile on the one with the hat, but then they gave eyebrows to the other one. And I'm going to apologize about my finger. If you see my finger, I hurt it last night at work, and it looks bad, so I'll try to like keep it out of the video. But yeah, I really do like the way that he turned out. I'm really happy with him, and like I said, you can't beat the sparkle in this yarn. Like, it's just gorgeous. So be expecting more projects made out of that yarn in the future, because like I said, I still have I have a lot of the white left, and I'm down to I think 1 green and 2 reds. So I'm working through it. And then I went to the Dollar General for lights for my Christmas tree, because I couldn't find, I put my Christmas tree up and I could not find my lights anywhere. I searched my whole entire house, and so I went to the Dollar General, and they had these baubles, just plain, I think you could put pictures or like put glitter inside. I'm not really sure what people, the light is really glaring on that. But I'm not sure what people actually use these for other than to like crochet around them like we do. But they had these there for 2 for $1, and they are a little bit smaller than the ones at the Dollar Tree, because I did see the ones at the Dollar Tree, but they were kind of big, and these ones are a little bit smaller. I think they're 8 inches in circumference. So like I said, you get 2 for $1 at the Dollar General. So if you live in the States, check there and see if you can find some of these. But I found a pattern for this to crochet around it, and it is called the Granny Christmas Baubles. And it is by a website called anniesdesigncrochet.com. And this is what it looks like. And I just love it so much. And I'm going to make another one, but I was going to make 2 of them, but I wanted to show you what this looked like without this before I made another one. So I will definitely be making more of these. But this was so easy to make, and I have been wanting to make something like this for years, and I just never did, and I don't know why, because it's so simple to do. Now, I did go down in hook size because this is a 4 weight, and I think she recommends, she has it to where she says you can use like a sport or a DK weight yarn, but I used that worsted weight yarn, same yarn that I used on the snowman, but I went down to a 3mm hook, and it worked out fine. Like, I did the whole entire pattern just like it said, and I really love how it turned out in that sparkly yarn, and it looks so pretty on my Christmas tree. It really shows up the sparkle with the lights, you know. So like I said, it was really easy. You just make 2 sides, and then you sew them together up the middle, And then you have a pretty little Christmas bauble. And I think next time I'm going to switch the colors around. And then I'm definitely going to be buying some more because I really enjoyed making this. It was quick to make and it was fun. And I really love the way that it looks. So that was that one. And then my last finished object is I always have to have reading glasses near me because I can't, my vision's really weird. So I always have to have reading glasses. I have little things that I keep on the table, and I always have like a small basket on my coffee table that just holds the things that I need close to me so that they're just not scattered all over the table. And so I wanted to make a little Christmas basket because I had been using a fall basket that I had made before last year. I made it last year, and so I thought I'm going to make up a basket pattern. So that is what I did. I made this little basket right here, and I just made it up. Like, I didn't follow a pattern or anything. I started off, well, obviously I used 3 strands of yarn at once. I used that same yarn, like I said, for the snowman. And I held 3 strands of each color, the white, the red, and the green together. And I used a 6mm hook. And then I started with a magic circle, and I kept increasing until I got to 4 single crochets increase. And then I did a row of single crochets in the back loop to start up the sides. And then I switched to half double crochets, and I did 4 rows of half double all the way around. And then for the top here, to kind of give it that look like it has a little brim or like just a little extra detail for the top, I did a slip stitch chain 1 all the way around, and that was it. So it's just a little simple basket, and it holds, you know, whatever I want it to hold. So usually my glasses, medicine, you know, things like that I just need close to me. So just a quick little project, and it's very useful. So there's that. And then the last thing that I have to share with you all is I started a blanket. So like I said earlier, I was looking through my Christmas yarns because last year, whenever I organized a little bit in here where I keep my yarn, I tried to keep all of my Christmas yarn together. And so I had bought some yarn from Hirschner's, and I can't remember. I feel like I bought it before I started making YouTube videos, but I don't remember. I know I've showed it before on the channel because I remember talking about it before, but I don't remember when I bought it. But anyway, they still sell it at Hirschner's. But I am using Hirschner's worsted stripes yarn, and this color right here is called Very Merry. Very Merry. And I really love this so much. Oh my gosh, I am in love with this yarn. Like, I knew, because Christmas yarn just makes me happy anyway. But this yarn is so pretty, like worked up, like it's so pretty. And then to go with that, because I didn't have enough, because I never buy enough yarn for blankets. I don't know why I do that, but I never buy enough. So I did have this right here, and it is called Hirschner's Worsted Happy Holidays Edition yarn. I'm not sure if they still sell this, but I know they still sell the stripes one. And this color right here is called Pine, and then I got it in this color as well, and this one is called Cranberry. So I decided that I was going to put these 3 colors together and make a blanket, and so that's what I'm doing. My husband was saying, because I was telling him, I was like, I really want to make a blanket out of this, and I had made one a long time ago. It was before I started YouTube, and it was like the Granny Mile a Minute type blanket. And I really love that blanket. And I washed it with my tree skirt that I had at the time that had Velcro on it. And I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that, but it completely ruined that blanket. And so I thought about doing that again. And I kept talking to him about it, because he really cares. He really cares about what I'm going to do, and he really understands what I'm saying. And I was trying to explain to him, I don't know if I should make a blanket that's going to go up and down, or the stripes go sideways, across the back of the couch or whatever, because I want this to be like a, something that I can switch out and change, or whatever. Because I have made a Christmas blanket for the past like 3 or 4 years. Like every year I end up making a Christmas blanket. Because it's just fun and it's cozy to sit there and work on a Christmas blanket while you're watching a Christmas movie or just watching TV. That's my thing. That's what makes me happy. So I went to my go-to stitch, which is the Drunken Granny stitch from the Secret Yarnery. I absolutely love this stitch. Like, I think this is probably my favorite stitch, like in the whole wide world. Like, I could do this stitch on every blanket. Like, if there was one stitch that I had to do for blankets for the rest of my life, I think I would pick this stitch because I just love it. And look how pretty that variegated or the striped yarn is in that stitch. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Now the colors kind of like, what's it called? Like they stayed on one side a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. I know a lot of people are a little OCD about stuff like that. But, if you've seen that it was going to do that, you could always cut your yarn and start over on this side. But I just went with it. I just let the yarn come out however it wanted to come out. And this blanket is really wide, and I don't know what I was thinking because I was just sitting there chaining and chaining and chaining, and I thought, okay, this is wide enough, and I made it too wide. So for the amount of yarn that I have, my blanket is going to probably end up like a square, but like I said, it's not really going to be used. It's just going to be for decoration on the back of a chair or on the back of the couch. So it doesn't really matter that it's not going to be long enough to like cover up with. But I'm kind of disappointed in myself, and I didn't really realize, and that's how it always goes, is I will be like so far along before that I realize that, hey, this isn't what I wanted. And then I'm like, oh well, I'll just go with it because I don't want to undo all that work. So my original plan was, I was thinking, okay, I'll get 10 rows of this striped yarn twice, so 2 blocks of 10 rows. Well, it didn't work out that way because I made the blanket too wide. So I got 10 rows here, and then I got 7 rows up here, and then I did 5 rows of the solid colors, and I'm just going to repeat that 2 more times. And then I will end with this, 10 rows of this, right? I think that's right. Yeah, I'll repeat these colors 2 more times. And then it'll end with this color, and I will make sure that I have 10 rows of this. So that should work out. But I really love it. And I can actually, it's so wide that I can actually lay it either way. Like I could make it go this way, or I could lay it across and have it show this way. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm really enjoying working on it. It's a fun and mindless project. And so that's all that I have. Like I haven't really worked on anything else. But I did want to show you something that my daughter made. So I bought this, it was just plain from the dollar store. It's like just a piece of wood, and my plan was to make a shelf. I had seen on a Dollar Tree haul video of like a shelf, and it had like little legs, and I was thinking, oh, that would be perfect for me to set things on. And then I found that tiered shelf that I showed in another podcast instead. So I told my daughter Caitlin, I said, you should paint something on this wood and I'll hang it up in the living room when I, for decoration. And this is what she painted. And is that not awesome? Like, I know that I shouldn't brag about my kids, but she did so good on this. Like, I am so proud of her. I told her, I was like, that looks better than something that you would buy at a store. Like, I was just amazed because her art skills, and Shaylee, my youngest daughter, she draws as well, and their art skills, they just get better and better and better. And I just don't, I don't know. I'm always surprised and like shocked about how good they do. But I just love his face. I think she did such a good job on his face. She gave him the little laces on his boots, and he hangs up beside the doorway to go into the kitchen so that I can look at him all the time. I just love him so much, and I had to share him with you all and show you what a good job that she did, because I just love it. And I'm gonna have to buy more and make her make me some more. Maybe I'll have her make one that I can hang right here, and that just fell on me, but have her make one that I can hang back there behind me for Christmas, because that would be fun, I think. So yeah, that's all that I have for you. I hope you all have enjoyed hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what that I've been up to. And until next time, I will see you in another video. Bye.